Hello! My mic was off. Hello, hello. How's everyone today? I know I'm late. Don't mention it. Boo. Boo. But hello, I hope everyone is doing well. Late cause, I know. I'm arriving late and I'm gonna leave early. I'm so sorry. I have to do 3 cosplays after stream tonight. She hates us? No. But yeah, I have to do 3 cosplays. And I low-key feel like I'm getting sick again. You can hear it, I'm getting sick again. Part-timer? Thank you for the resub, DKR. And thank you, Ray Games. Big mug. I know. It's Challenger Kane. Just changed my name for my new streamer name. Are you gonna stream too? That's so fun. But hello, I hope your day is also great. Huge. It's not that big of a mug. It's just a normal mug. Thank you for the resub, Dylan. Half a year in the duck pond. Really glad the CL candle showed up there. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you. And yes, I like the CL candle. It smells really good. It smells like tea. But yeah, I can't be live for long tonight. Maybe actually like less than 2 hours. Oh, I see Goose Abuse. Oh my gosh, and thank you for the resub, Lord Canty. Hope you are or will have a great day. Thank you so much. And knuckle redeem. You redeemed that right as I was cracking my knuckles. Nice timing. Get to the gossip then? Okay. I literally only went live today because I have to yap about this weekend. This past weekend. And I'm visiting Celebi and Jazz in New York in a couple days. So I will be missing a couple streams. So I had to tell you guys about that. Thank you for the sub, Black Knight. Yap cause time. It's yap cause time. I can't wait to yap. I wish I should have gone live on Sunday because what I'm gonna yap about happened on Saturday, and it's already Tuesday, and I'm already like starting to forget things. Forgetful cause, but yeah, we'll talk about everything. Did you see the new Silent Hill F manga? No. There's a Silent Hill F manga? I love Silent Hill F. Thank you for the resub, Ryzen. Founder resub time. I was wondering why all the OGs were resubbing. But thank you. Guys, help. I mean, I love it here. Gun to your head. But. Yeah, I was gonna tell you exactly when I'm not gonna be here. So I'll be in New York until May 4th. So I'm going for like the whole weekend. Thank you for the resub, Devi. Or Dev? Dev the Doom. Yeah, I'll be back on the 4th, which means our next stream will be exactly 1 week from now, on Tuesday the 5th. She just got back and she's already leaving us. Yep. Peace. Bye. But I almost just smacked my granola off my table. I like whacked the spoon. She really hates us. You guys say that every time. I'm just gonna start agreeing with you if you don't stop saying it. Just came back with the milk to go buy some more. Maybe I just never stream again. Go have fun with your new chat in New York. Okay, I'll just never see Celebi again. I'll just never go visit my friends. Is that what you want from me? You guys hate me. When does the Goose stream? I'll have a friend come over and go live from my computer and just have Gustavo stay here. I'll still be in New York, but Gustavo can stream. Celebi lives in New York. No, don't talk about that. But a bunch of friends are meeting, and we're just meeting in New York. I think I missed a Goose Abuse redeem and hello from Little Bear. I think he's sleeping. Yeah, he's knocked out. Let's go bug him. He's purring. He's purring. That's so mean. He's purring. Bro starts purring before he even wakes up. Hello. Are you so sleepy? Is he so sleepy? Oh, he had an eye booger. I know that hurts. When is cat not sleepy? That's just what cats do. They just sleep and sleep and sleep. Like me. How is the kitty daycare? I don't think I'll be taking them back to that kitty daycare. I'm not really happy with them. I couldn't find a cat-specific daycare that like only had cats. Because the one at my old place was just a cat daycare place. But this place also had dogs. Obviously not in the same area. Like they had one side for dogs and one side for cats. But when I dropped them off, they didn't show me where the cats would be staying, and I wanted to ask, but I just didn't ask. I really should have asked, because when I picked them up, I saw that the cat enclosures were like pretty close to the dog enclosures, and when I picked them up, there was a dog barking at my cats, and they seemed kind of scared, and I was not happy with that. And then also, when I got home, I realized Little Bear had gum in his paws. Like literally like dried gum stuck to his paws. I'm really not happy with that. So yeah, I don't think... Oh, and I counted out the food, like the amount of food cans that I sent with them, and I sent extra cans, but they have you write a feeding plan. So like I gave them my very detailed feeding plan. They did not feed my cats enough. They came back with extra cans. So I don't think I'll be taking them back to that one. there was only like one in my area that like had availability. So maybe that's on me that I didn't do it early enough, like book their reservation. But also this place had the most reviews, so I figured it was reputable. I hope you spoiled the kitties after that. I did. I mean, they didn't seem like too traumatized. I'm just really picky. Maybe I'm a Karen cat mom, but I don't want them to stay there again. Also, when I picked them up, I had to wait out front of the place for like 30 minutes. I was calling their phone number on Google Maps over and over again. I was texting my rep that walked me through my application. 30 minutes is insane. I know, because there was like one guy in the building and he just wasn't at the front. And he didn't hear me ringing the doorbell or calling or anything. So I literally stood there for 30 minutes until I could be let in to go pick up my cats. But anyways, so I'm gonna have a friend watch the cats while I'm in New York. They're not going back to kitty daycare. I'm just gonna pay my friend to cat sit. So what I'm hearing is this weekend has been one of the weekends of all time. Show of hands in chat. Show of hands in chat. Who watched that TikTok live stream? Like, who actually watched it? Me? Unfortunately, I was there. Can we pull it? Don't bother. Oh wait, before we talk about it, I missed a goose abuse. A 1,000 more sit-ups for Ducky. Let the rage out. Okay. The reason I can talk about this is because I am never going to work with Girls Frontline ever again. Don't poll, did you watch the Scuff TikTok live stream? It's okay. Fit check. I am in my jammies. I'm in my pajamas because immediately after stream, I'm gonna go change into cosplay. Because the time is kind of snuck up on me, and I leave for New York in a couple days, and I have a lot to do before New York. With all of the cosplay work I've done, I've never had my like month-long plans get messed up as much as they have in a month. Like, the cosplays I'm doing today, I was supposed to do like the first week of the month, and I'm really mad about that. I don't like my schedule getting messed with. What happened on the stream for those who weren't there? So I had to do a TikTok live stream for Girls Frontline 2, doing a cosplay in this costume. I should have like written down how I wanted to tell this story, but we're just gonna yap in circles until we get there. It was in this cosplay. Kitty treat, oh my gosh. There's too many redeems. The cat treats are all the way at the front of my house. I'll be right back. 16 people were in the TikTok live stream. Fire. So most of these cosplay jobs are not very well planned. They are not planned out very well. I've come to just expect that and deal with it. but Girls Frontline is consistently the worst of all cosplay companies I've ever worked with, or like game companies. Not only are they always the most disorganized, they expect the absolute most from their cosplayers, and they didn't market it at all. I don't know. But yeah, I don't like them. I've worked with them before. I cosplayed Vepli from Girls Frontline. She's the one with the little dinosaur. That was cute, but they only wanted like a TikTok from me, so there was no problems with that. Do they pay at a rate that justifies the expectation? No, they pay like basically the same as everyone else. But when I did that YouTube thing with the anime men, that was also Girls Frontline, and they were horrible for that. Not only to the cosplayers, but to the anime men. They were like, because they had staff there from the company, and they were just like arguing the entire time, and that was like a whole disaster. I think I talked about that. Like we got there, and then I was getting paid next to nothing for the actual YouTube video. What I was getting paid for was filming TikToks, but then I got there and the production team was like, you can't film TikToks here. And I was like, oh, that's crazy, because that's what you're paying me to do. And they were like, sorry, guess you're not getting paid. I took time off of school for this, like missing classes I couldn't afford to miss, paid to fly out here and spend like a week in LA while I was still living in Georgia for this. Yeah, they did not give a crap. They really said that, yep. They're basically like, damn, that's crazy, but that's your fault. How? Can you sue them? So that's the thing about working with these cosplay companies. They are almost all Chinese companies. The business law in China is very different. They are well within their right to do this. And the way that Chinese companies operate is they basically like, if they are paying you, you are going to do whatever they say and you cannot say anything about it. And that's just the way it is. Maybe I'm just too American. Maybe got too much freedom in my blood, but I have a problem with that. Because the other 3 girls for the live stream, I think 2 of them or all of them were Chinese, and I'll talk more about how they were also like taken advantage of and like whatever, but they had this mindset of like, what can you do? But I was like arguing, how does that make sense when it's happening in the USA? Because it's still a Chinese company. I don't know how that works. But like, I don't think we can just sue them under American law. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how any of that works, but let me try to walk through the weekend like chronologically. So so this event is in San Francisco, right? So 10 sit-ups win. They didn't tell me I'd have to do that. What I'm hearing is I shouldn't play Girls Frontline 2. I think it's bad taste for me to come on here and say don't work or don't play this game because I don't like the company, but I'm not gonna not say that. And I'm only saying that because like I still work with my agency, but I don't work, this is like hard to explain, but I don't work for these games. I just work for my agency, and my agency books me jobs with different games. And after this, I went up to my agent and I was like, I don't ever want a job from Girls Frontline again. Like, please don't. And she was like, I'm already one step ahead of you. I'm not working with them again either. And I was like, fire. Ducky based. Thank you for the sub. Tailstall6, thank you. W agent? Sometimes. But I still work for her, so I can't complain. But anyways, let's walk through this weekend chronologically. So all the information I've been given about this live stream is that it is a live stream in San Francisco, and we're gonna go to like an Airbnb and stream from there. And I'm confused why it's in San Francisco, but I'm like, okay, maybe that's a meeting point for all of the girls. And maybe they booked like this really pretty Airbnb that we're gonna stream from. And I was like, okay, I'm in California. San Francisco's in California. That'll be a nice little drive. 6 hours. How is somewhere in California 6 hours from somewhere in California? So I was like, shoot, do I fly? Cause I don't have a car here. 6 hour Uber is like, but my friend Keith, the one of the friends I played repo with, Keith drove me and Alto all up to San Francisco. And then I found out, well, I had been asking for the Airbnb address for like weeks leading up to this. And then I asked so many times, and I finally got given the address the day we were leaving. Come to find out, the Airbnb is not in San Francisco. It's in San Jose, an hour from San Francisco. And Keith and Alto only went up with me because they had a friend in San Francisco that they could stay with. Because they weren't going to stay at the Airbnb with the girls. They were staying with their friend. But the friend was an hour away from the Airbnb because it wasn't in San Francisco, like my agent said. And I don't know what they were expecting, because like all the other girls flew into San Francisco and then had to Uber an hour to San Jose. I don't know. But yeah, we all went to the Airbnb. And then on the drive up, they wanted to gamble because we passed like a Hard Rock Cafe, a casino thing. So they gambled, and I gambled for the first time. It wasn't fun. I don't know why people like it. I went in with $40, won a little bit of money, lost a little bit of money, and walked out with $40. Roulette seemed like too much of a toss-up, and then I hated slots. I hated the slots. I wanted to like try the things. The slots were just so much bright flashing lights, too much information, and then you sit there and like I would watch other people do it. You're just like hitting this button and draining your money, throwing your money away, throwing your money away, throwing your money away. And so I don't get why people like slots. But then I played blackjack, and that was really fun. That felt more like I was playing a game and not literally just pressing a button to give my money away. So I played blackjack, was like the only fun thing there. But then I didn't really think gambling was fun. It's more stressful than anything. Hi, Cece. I love blackjack. Yes, it was kind of fun. But I would rather play for like not real money, like just play for fun. But yeah, so I was over the casino very quickly. I don't like to gamble my own money. Exactly. Blackjack with friends is always a vibe. And then I played the like digital one where it's just like the blackjack was digital. That was fun. Playing it with a real person though, like you're gonna think Keith and Alto are degenerates, but we went to another casino, and that one had like real dealers. Thank you for the resub, derp derp. How about that weather? I do like the weather here. Sitting at that table with the real dealer, that felt scary. That felt like real gambling. So I didn't like that. I prefer the real dealers. I don't like it. It was scary. Did Alto win? Not even a little bit. That's the Asian gambling genes, same genes my boys broke. I've never heard of that being a thing. You learn something new every day. But anyways, so we finally get to the Airbnb at like 2 a.m. Have any of y'all seen Percy Jackson? I think we got stuck in like the Lotus whatever. So we got to the Airbnb at 2 a.m. And then this was on Friday. The live stream was on Saturday. So on Saturday, I get ready, get into cosplay, whatever. All of the girls are starting to come in because it was only me and one other girl who were staying at the Airbnb, and then the other girls were showing up. But anyways, we pull up to the Airbnb at 2 a.m. and we're all like, do we have the right address? Because this place is run down. It's ugly. And it's like, it's in the ghetto. Like, it does not look good. And then I go inside, and this is like the ugliest Airbnb I've ever seen. And I'm like, so where's the live stream gonna be? Because there's nowhere in this house that like looks pretty. And there's also no space anywhere. There's only like a tiny little living room. Average San Jose house. Yeah, so I was confused. I was like, why are they paying to fly all of us out, paying for my gas, Keith's gas, to drive up to some random ugly little Airbnb? Like, why here? Why did it have to be here? But I don't question it. I just go to bed. And then on Saturday, I get into cosplay. My Asian buddies will gamble their haircuts? What? I'm crying. They genuinely sent you to a trap house in the slums. That's what it felt like. Like, Alto and Keith low-key didn't even want to leave me at the Airbnb because they were like, gang, are you safe here? Like, what's the purpose? That's what I was asking myself. I was like, who was in charge of picking out the Airbnb? Could we not have just stayed in LA? Have everyone fly to LA? But anyways, I'm not complaining because the drive up there was gorgeous. Like, beautiful drive through the mountains. Holy crap. I'm so glad we got to drive up there. But yeah, so on Saturday, day of the live stream, I get into cosplay, whatever. I had to drive up, which, by the way, I don't know what my agent was expecting me to do if I was going to fly. Because I was initially going to fly. I just asked her last minute. I was like, hey, my friend could drive. I could just drive. And she was like, yeah, okay. She had me bring up like an entire floor to here stack of costume boxes for the other girls. How was I going to fly with those? But I had a giant box of my costume, a giant box with my wig, a giant box with another girl's wig, and a giant box with another girl's costume. I don't know who messed this up. I don't know if my agent messed this up or if the company messed it up. But some of the girls' costumes were getting sent to each other. And then my costume actually didn't even come in. So they had me, I was supposed to cosplay a different costume of this girl. But I'm glad I got the costume I did. It was cute. But one girl's costume didn't come in at all. Not a single. Why am I getting so sick? I like can't talk. Do you make all of your cosplays or do you buy? For jobs like this, the company gives you the costume. Probably because you sleep in a rundown house. Yeah, that house like gave me sick. It was the evil Airbnb. There's just so much hatred in my heart. I'm getting sick because of it. Hello, first time chatter. You're making me cough. I'm sorry. Is your throat hurting? No, I've just been like, literally just today I've been coughing and I don't know why. But anyways. So yeah, there was a whole bunch of fiasco with the costumes. I think everyone had something go wrong with their costumes. And then me and the other girl staying at the Airbnb, Molly, we had to reschedule the live stream. It was supposed to be at 7 p.m., but Molly's costume just didn't come in. But it was going to come in that day. So we just had to wait until the costume came in. So that's why it got rescheduled to 10. And then her costume finally came in. We all get ready. And then 4 minutes before the live stream. So we're set to go live at 10 p.m. now. At 9:56, my agent comes up to me and goes, "The company wants you to wear a different costume now." Really? Okay. What's the costume? She hands me a box. I kid you not. I open up the box and this is the costume. I'll just show you the picture of the character. It's the same character, different skin. Hold on, I have to find a picture. Why can I not find a picture? Hold on. The anticipation, guys. They want me to do the live stream in this. No, like, no. I told my agent, I was like, I'm not wearing that. I'm not wearing that on live. I'm not wearing that to film content. My TikTok would probably get banned. The TikTok live would get taken down. And I just don't want to wear that. I'm not comfortable wearing that. The company can't just tell me to wear that last minute. I didn't agree to that. And I'm a very non-confrontational person. I have a really hard time speaking up for myself. Like I can sit here after the fact and be like, can you believe this? But in the moment, like, I have a really hard time speaking up for myself. But Alto gets mad at me for that. And he's been, like, trying to help me stand up for myself. And since he was there when this happened, I felt so bad that that costume that Molly wore, they disapproved my first batch of photos. I literally heard about that, Cece. I had to quickly redo everything and ship it out ASAP. Cece, don't work with Girls Frontline. Like, get your bag if you have to, but I've never had a company do this to me and do this to you and do this to Molly. Like, it's insane. But anyways, so yeah, they last minute asked me to do that. And then because Alto was there, I had the confidence to be like, to stand up for myself and be like, no, I'm not going to wear that. You can't make me wear that. They knew what they were doing. They absolutely knew what they were doing. Like, I get that this is a Gooner game. Like, most of the gacha games that are hiring cosplayers are Gooner games. But you still have to check if I'm comfortable with that as the cosplayer. Because that is way, way skimpier than the costume I agreed on. Like I've turned down lots of jobs in the past where they'll propose the job and be like, hey, this is the character we want you to cosplay. This is a picture of the character. And I'll look at the outfit and I'll be like, I don't want to wear that outfit, so I'm going to turn down the job. And they're like, yep, that's perfectly fine, whatever. They had me agree on one outfit and then try to literally in the last minute, the last 4 minutes, try to bait and switch me and make me wear a way skimpier outfit. That's insane. It was either intentional or they just didn't think about it, which is so careless. I got so mad about that because, like, I felt disrespected. But yeah, so I do the live stream in the original costume anyways. And also, for those who were there in the live stream, they were making me, like, lay on the ground and do sit-ups. They wanted me to do that wearing, like, basically nothing. Sure. But yeah, so I do the original costume anyways. Happy you stood up for yourself. Thank you. But then for the live stream itself, they told us nothing about this live stream going into it. I actually thought that I was going to be the only one doing the live stream. Because the way my agent worded it to me, it sounded like I was the one going live. And then we would all be, like, interacting with my live stream. Especially because, like, once we sat down to do the live and they were like, what we're doing is doing games and punishments and stuff. And also when we get certain amounts of views, like viewers in the live or likes on the live, we'll do XYZ. But all 4 girls had a live stream going. So I was like, how does that make sense if we're doing things based on the number of likes or viewers that the live gets if there's 4 different lives? So it was a mess. Also, no advertisement. Yeah, no advertisement. I made the one post that I was supposed to, but I wasn't going to say anything else about it because I didn't want people to watch the live. But yeah, they gave me a script about an hour before we were set to go live. The whole script was in Chinese. It was in Mandarin. So that was super helpful. But then the girls, like, we all sat there in a circle and some of the girls were, like, Google translating the script into English. But basically, they called it a script, but it wasn't a script with like lines. It was just saying some of the activities we were gonna do. And then I had one line. My one line was, "Hey Commander, Leva here. I'm gonna break your nose." Or no, I think it directly translated to, "I'm going to break your nasal bone." And I was like, I think this was Google translated because that doesn't make sense. And also I didn't want to say that, so I didn't say it on the stream. I just said, "Sup, I'm Leva." Also, I spent like 30 minutes scouring YouTube trying to find a single clip of this character saying her name because I didn't know if it was Leva or Leva. And I couldn't find anybody in the game saying her name out loud. So I just went with Leva because I just guessed. They took the script from the promos they were doing in China and just slapped it on a page, probably. Neva deaths. Sorry, had to. Yeah, thanks for the reminder, Ryzen. But yeah, so as we were preparing for the live stream, I knew going into it this was probably going to be super unorganized, but I wasn't prepared for just how unorganized it was. I was sitting on that couch trying not to lose my mind laughing because it was so bad. It's so awkward. Thank you for the resub, Big Omega Death. Sir, we found the missing alien from Area 51. The subject is on a live stream under the name Ducky Cause. Yeah, for those who weren't in the live, I kid you not when I say this live looked like an ISIS beheading video. It looked like found footage. I actually had to download the live stream to send to the company. I'll tell you why after. Hi, Winter. It was found footage, I swear to God. Wait, Winter, did I show you the outfit that they wanted me to wear? Because I know I sent you a voice note talking about it, but here's the actual outfit that they last minute, 4 minutes before the live stream, wanted me to change into. Yeah. But no, I have the 47-minute recording of the live stream. Let me see if I can find a clip for those who didn't see. It was literally just us sitting on a couch like this. Did they have her shorts below her bikini bottoms? Yeah, it was like a swimsuit, and then she had like micro shorts on. How can you mismanage this so badly? Chinese content farm type stream. When they said it was gonna be a live stream and I got the little information I did, I honestly thought it was gonna be like those streams you scroll on TikTok sometimes, and it'll pop up. It'll be like this line of girls and one of them will dance at a time. I thought it was gonna be something like that. It was somehow worse. It was somehow worse than that. Because we all sit on the couch and then they're just like, "Okay, go live." None of us know what we're doing. None of us have been given any instruction. The only line I have is introducing myself, and then I have no idea what's supposed to happen after that. That part had me laughing so hard. They tried so hard to make her sing. That was in the quote-unquote script beforehand. So the reason they had me doing sit-ups is because that's apparently my girl's thing. She's like really good at sit-ups. And then two of the other girls there, supposedly their characters are bad at singing, and so that was supposed to be like a funny thing in the live. They were gonna do karaoke and be really bad at it, but the other girl didn't want to do that, and so they just started. No one had any like speakers or background music or anything. Like the stream was so scuffed. She takes out her phone and just starts playing Beauty and the Beast, Justin Bieber, on Spotify just from her freaking phone, and then starts singing, and also none of this is explained to the live stream audiences. Like during the live, there's no explanation on what we're doing or why we're doing it. We just start doing things because there's no planning and none of the girls know what to do. So she just starts playing it and then just starts singing by herself. The other girl doesn't want to sing badly, right? And then they told us beforehand that only those two girls were supposed to sing, but it was so freaking awkward that the other two girls, me and the other girl, just joined in. And then it was supposed to happen once, But they just kept telling us to bring out the phone and do it again and again and again, and not even start the song from the beginning. She just pulled out her phone and unpaused it, and I was like, this is so scuffed. Why did you have to drink that wasabi water? That also wasn't explained. I didn't know it was gonna happen. She just sat on the couch and I looked over and she had a cup of green in her hand. Also, I don't think it was wasabi. I'm pretty sure it was just matcha. But yeah, like, I think the concept for the live was we were going to like introduce ourselves and then do punishment games. But none of that was said out loud to the live stream. So nobody at any point had any idea what was going on, viewers or us. And then Keith was filming my live with like a camera, and it was hooked up to a laptop, and I had the laptop in front. The laptop was a little too far for me to actually read the comments, but I could like lean forward and kind of see the comments. And every time I read the comments, people were like, Lexi, blink twice if you need help. And then a lot of people were like, why isn't Lexi talking? Why is no one else talking? I've worked with this company before. I've worked with Girls Frontline before. I think the other girls have worked with Girls Frontline before. Never has there been a cosplay company so strict about how you act in the costume. They are so strict about not being out of character, to the point where I think the other girls were just so scared that we were going to get in trouble for saying anything out of character that we just didn't talk at all. Because I would rather just be silent for the whole live than say something out of character and like get punished for it. So that's why we were silent and only Molly was talking. They also didn't tell Molly that she was going to have to do that. They didn't tell her that she was going to have to like MC the whole live. It was just dead silent, so she took over. I'm so thankful to Molly because none of us were going to take over. She does make very like extroverted content. I think she is pretty extroverted. But yeah, like even I could tell like she was really nervous and like moving really fast and like kind of hasty because she also had no clue what was going on, and so she probably felt really nervous doing that in front of 4 live streams. But yeah, the whole thing was so unorganized. And then also like they were writing the boards of what we would have to do, like the punishments and whatever, as we were sitting down about to go live. That moment, like 2 minutes before we were going live, was when I found out I was gonna have to do like 50 crunches. Because I didn't know this girl was supposed to be good at crunches. And so I'm watching my agent write out, it was something like 100 likes, Leva does 10 sit-ups. 200 likes, Leva does 10 more sit-ups. 500 likes, Leva does 10 more sit-ups. And then we go live, and before we even finish the introductions, I think my live has like 2,000 likes. And so I just have to do 30 sit-ups. And it was so awkward because like not a single aspect of this live stream was planned out beforehand. There was no like lighting. All of the lighting we had was just stuff Keith happened to have in his car. There was no background music or anything, so we were all just sitting there in dead silence. It was so awkward. That's why it looked like found footage. And then they would be like, all right, Leva's doing sit-ups now. And I would be like, Leva is? And so also let me paint a picture for you guys. Oh my God. So all of the girls here have people with them to like be their assistant. So Molly has like her cousin, I think. The other 2 girls have friends or boyfriends or whatever. They're there. I have Alto and Keith, and then our agent is there, and then there's like some other people from the agency. So in this tiny little living room, there is us 4 girls on the couch, and then a whole room full of people standing on the other side, all holding phones or like writing. We're getting like whiteboard cues from our agent. And so in this room with all of these people in complete and utter dead silence, they're like, all right, Leva, do 10 crunches. And I have to lay on the ground in front of everyone and just go. Are there any images of this live stream? I think people took screenshots. I know people in my Discord were like, guys, let's not share the live. She's gonna be embarrassed. I don't even care. This is so funny. I don't care if you guys share the live around. Because it was so ridiculous. And I'm not embarrassed because it wasn't my fault. None of this was my fault. And like I knew it was gonna be a crap show going into it. Genuinely would have been better if the live stream was from home. Yeah. But then also, at the beginning, it wasn't just me doing crunches alone. Me and Molly were supposed to have a sit-up battle. And then because my character is so good at crunches, she was supposed to lose and then have to drink the drink as punishment. She forgot. She forgot that she was supposed to lose. And so she just kept doing them and kept doing them and kept doing them. And then I didn't realize because I couldn't see her. Keith actually told me after the live, she wasn't doing sit-ups. She was just like sitting and like moving back and forth a little bit. I was doing actual sit-ups. And so I went until failure. I couldn't go anymore. So I failed. And then I think that's when she remembered that she was supposed to be the one to fail. And she was like, oh no, I have to drink the drink now, even though I'm the one who failed. But yeah. Did the company nuke you guys for that? I'll get to that after. So that happens. There's like 2 points in this live stream. I literally have to stand up from the couch and walk behind the cameras because I can't keep myself from laughing. It's so bad. Because also, Alto should have stayed in the other room. He was standing behind Keith filming, and he was like periodically filming me because it was so awkward. I think he was sending videos to Winter. But I kept making eye contact with him, and he was like, and I was like, so I couldn't look at Alto's face because I was gonna lose my mind. Alto was having the time of his life laughing at me behind the camera. Alto pulling a full Roderick. He was thriving in that. He thought it was so funny that I was like having a humiliation ritual. Like laying on the ground doing stuff. At least someone had fun. But yeah. It was funny. Hi, Keith. We're talking about the utter crap show that was the live stream. Do you have anything to add, Keith, actually, from a cameraman's perspective? Also, I told them about how you went gambling. Thank you for the sub, Valor Calls. But yeah, so after this disaster of a live stream, we end, and then our agent is like, the company doesn't believe we went live. And all the girls and I are like, what do you mean? She goes, the company thinks it was pre-recorded. Girls Frontline 2 thought we pre-recorded the live and then posted it because we weren't interacting with any of the comments. Mind you, we weren't interacting with any of the comments because there was 4 different live streams going, and the company, if we would be out of character, all 4 of us girls knew that like the company would take us out back and shoot us. Like they're so strict about us not being in character. So I didn't want to sit there and just like talk to you guys like I do on a normal live stream. Thank you for the gift sub to Keith. That's actually crazy. I know. And so my agent was like freaking out because if they don't believe we went live, they weren't gonna like pay her, I guess. So she was like, we couldn't get out of costume because she was like, she had to send them a video of us still being in the living room being like, hey, we're here. They still didn't believe her. So all of us had to download our live streams to send, but they didn't have, I've never gone live on TikTok. I went live once on TikTok for like 30 minutes, I think, just to try it out. And it was scary and I didn't understand it. And that was like 2 years ago. So I didn't know how to like look at TikTok live stuff, but I finally figured out how to download my live, but it doesn't download the chat with it. So that was basically useless. Also, it was a 47-minute live, so it took like hours to download. But yeah, she was running around like a headless chicken trying to figure out how to prove to this company that we actually did the live stream that we're getting paid for. But then me, when we were the only camera, yeah, I had a camera, all the other girls had phones. Like the production, there was no production for this whole thing. I don't know why they had us come to the Airbnb at all. But after the live, they had us film TikToks. So like half of what we're getting paid for is the live stream, half of what we're getting paid for is content. So they want 2 videos from me, 2 videos from like all the girls. Mind you, It's like 1 a.m. at this point because the live stream got pushed back so much. So it's pitch black outside. There's nowhere in this ugly Airbnb to film. But I end up filming. I film my videos. I send them to my agent. And she sends them to the company. And she says that the company says, since I'm not wearing the lingerie outfit they asked me last minute to wear, they don't want to pay me for the TikToks. And I go, what? Yeah. Yeah, they were like, they don't want videos in your outfit. They want videos in the other outfit. And I was like, oh, the other outfit that I didn't agree on. The other outfit that wasn't in my contract. That outfit. That outfit that would probably get me banned off of TikTok if I posted a dance video in it. Yeah. And again, I'm not very good at standing up for myself, but because I was in the presence of people who tell me to stand up for myself, I looked her dead in the eye and I was like, I don't have to post the TikToks, but I'm going to get paid the amount that we agreed on. Like, I'm getting paid for these regardless. So you figure it out, bunny. Yes. Finally stood up for myself. But yeah, so this is harassment and exploitation. Yeah. Actually insane company behavior. Yep. So my agent was like, fair enough. And then they settled on me having 1 video instead of 2. But I am still going to invoice for the full amount for the 2 videos. Because I do not accept a lower payment because they decided last minute to put me in a skimpy little costume that I didn't agree on. Like, that's not what the agreement was. And I don't care if Chinese businesses work differently. We're not in China. I'm invoicing you for the full amount. And I'm also never working with you again. But yeah, so that was the tomfoolery they were trying to do to me. But this other girl, Molly, thank you for the sub. Keelan plays, thank you. This is America, rah! But remember what I said about how the other girls are, I guess, used to stuff like this? One of the girls, her character was like a mommy character, they said. If you've ever played a Gooner game, if you ever played Girls Frontline, these characters have like ginormous honkers that aren't like possible IRL. This girl has like a very, very curvy body. Like she looks like the character, like as close as you can get to the character and still be a real person. She submits her video and clip that, don't clip that. She submits her video and the company straight up tells her, your boobs aren't big enough. We don't want the videos anymore. We're not paying you anymore. Mind you, they reached out to her to hire her for this character, had her fly from New York to San Francisco, and then take like an hour Uber to San Jose to do this live stream and film these TikToks, and then fly home. And then last minute, they say, actually, your boobs aren't big enough, so you're not getting paid for this job. And she was just like, that sucks. Okay. What? So I don't think she got paid. Like, she just took her costume off. I don't think she ended up getting paid at all. Those are fighting words. Yeah. I feel so bad for her. Yeah. That whole thing was just, I'm never working with Girls Frontline again. Because they tried to do the same thing to me. Not like because of my body, but because of their poor planning of me like flying out to LA and then I guess like forgetting that I had to film TikToks because we were filming our YouTube video in this like production thing and they didn't allow filming that wasn't approved. So like I flew out for this whole job to film TikToks and get paid for those TikToks, and then last minute they were like, actually you can't film. And I was like, okay, so how do I get paid for these TikToks? And they're just like, you just don't. Sorry, not sorry. So yeah, that was that was insane. That was insane. You know, a lot of people want to be y'all, but we don't know all this. Yeah, I know a lot of people want to do this like professional cosplay work, but sometimes stuff like this happens. There's always like little frustrating things that happen, but there are with like any job ever. This company, I've never had problems with another company like Girls Frontline 2. Actually, what game company are they owned by? And you guys don't have to worry, I'm not like under an NDA or anything. I don't have to be nice to this company. I don't work for this company. I've just done jobs for them in the past and never will again. Girls Frontline is developed by Chinese studio MICA team, which is part of Sunborn Network Technology. Screw them. They don't make any other games. Okay. Get our lawyer on it. I'm still gonna get paid regardless, but I think that other girl needs a lawyer. Are you gonna ask your agent for full details of jobs before accepting them from now on? Well, that's usually how these things go. We have all of the information that there is at the moment, and then more details come in later. Because usually these jobs are like agreed upon months beforehand. So we don't have like all of the little details right then and there. But this one was very like unusually low info before going into it. Like getting the script a couple hours before was insane. And then the script being in Chinese was insane. Oh, wait, I totally forgot about this other part. 10 more sit-ups. Guys, I'm actually kind of embarrassed about the sit-ups. I have not been working out. You guys know that I got really sick like end of March, early April, and I just stopped working out. I wasn't eating well. I lost like 20 pounds. So yeah, I could not do 10 sit-ups. And I kid you not, this is so embarrassing. My stomach still hurts. Like when I was stretching my arms up earlier this morning, like stretching, my stomach hurts so bad from doing, I think, a grand total of 25 sit-ups. 25 not counting the battle, so like maybe 30-ish sit-ups. Those are your abs. But yeah, hi chat, hi Shaboops. We're talking about the nightmare live stream. Plus catch. Oh my god, catch. I also, like 5 minutes before the live stream where we're all sitting on this couch ready to go live, they're like, my agent's writing on the board that at certain viewer counts in the streams, we're all gonna do our own dance. Like at this amount, Wendy? I don't remember the character's name. This girl does a dance. At this amount, Leva does a dance. And I'm like, what dance is Leva gonna do? Leva didn't know this. Leva didn't know she was doing a dance. So last minute, like this guy, one of the handlers, one of the assistants, has like his phone up and he's like, I'll add your guys' songs. And so I'm like, what song do I know off the top of my head? I'll just do Catch by Yenna, because I know that TikTok dance, and there's a TikTok audio. So I have him pull up that TikTok audio. And whenever we're doing our dance, this guy's just holding his phone and playing the audio from his phone. I can't imagine how scuffed the audio is for all of these streams. But yeah, so they make me do my dance, and I do Catch, and then they have all four of us do a dance. And then we don't know a dance to all do together, so we all just do Catch again. And then randomly, for no reason, they're like, okay, Leva's doing her dance again. And I'm like, Leva is? So I do Catch again. I think I ended up doing that dance like 4 times on stream. It was so weird. That's the other thing. I think they like planned out these games, but then we went through them so fast that they genuinely just didn't know what to have us do for the live stream. So they kept just spamming things. They're like, okay, sing again. Okay, sing again. Okay, Lexi, dance again. Okay, sing again. Like, do the roar. All I need is a Beauty and a Beat. I'm still dead about that because only 2 girls were supposed to sing, but it was so awkward that all of us just joined in to make it seem a little less awkward. Because also, like I said earlier, none of this was explained to the TikTok audiences. Like, it wasn't explained what we were doing or why. So they weren't going to know why only 2 girls were singing and then 2 other girls were silent on the couch. So we just started singing too. But then also, she had Spotify on her phone with the lyrics, but I looked over and all of the lyrics were in Mandarin, so I couldn't read the lyrics and I didn't know the lyrics. Thank you for the anonymous gift sub. So, yeah, that was scuffed. Oh my god. One of the points in the stream that I lost my mind and had to leave, like, go behind the cameras to go laugh, was when, I think it was right after we introduced ourselves, they wanted to show a character animation. Instead of, like, setting up a way to show this on the live, my agent picks up her laptop with, like, YouTube pulled up, with her toolbar still on the screen, and just held it up to some of the cameras and unpaused it. What? Who was any of this planned at all? I was crying. I was in shock. Like, me and Keith were like, there's actually no way she's holding her laptop up to the cameras right now. That part made me download the game Trust. And then she did it again, like, before we ended the live. The laptop had me fried. Why did we do that? Why did we do that? I remember that. Wait, that's why you left? That's why I left one of the times, because I literally could not contain my laughter. I just needed the script, bro. What's the other point I left? Oh, okay. One of the girls showed up, and the outfit they had her in was this lingerie bodysuit. Girl was gorgeous. She was so cute. You can't have an outfit like that on TikTok Live. You can't go on live wearing underwear. And so she pulled up and, hello. Thank you for the 20 gift subs. Thank you so much, Talisman Solutions. What the heck? Thank you. Isn't TikTok Chinese? How do they not know this stuff? Well, they all use Douyin. I think I went live on TikTok. Some of the other girls went live on Instagram. And then I think one girl actually went live on Douyin. I don't know. TikTok is strict. I know. Like, okay. You guys might not know this from a content creator's point of view, but TikTok is super, super strict about showing skin. I have so many videos that are, like, blocked from the For You page because I'm wearing, like, Genshin cosplays. All of my Mualani videos are banned from the TikTok page. Like, you can only find them if you go to my profile. And some of them almost got taken down completely. Mualani from Genshin. She's wearing, like, a skirt and a halter top. Like, in terms of cosplay, she's not even that crazy. And so TikTok is, like, super strict about that. And if you post something that they, like, are not happy with, they tank your views after. Because whenever that happens, my views, like, plummet. And that's happened to everyone I've ever talked to. So I think this is, like, a thing. Like, it's an actual thing. But Instagram, on the other hand, Instagram doesn't care. Instagram all but promotes softcore porn. So you can post literally anything on Instagram. You can post gore on Instagram. Instagram does not care. So, but I went live on TikTok. So this girl walked into the Airbnb and I literally went to my agent. I was like, I'm telling you right now, I think my live might get taken down. And I just want you to be prepared when that happens. And she was like, okay. So we do the live, and not even halfway through the live, I get this big red message on my laptop preview saying, your live has been restricted for sexual content. Fire. I don't go live on TikTok, so I don't know what that means exactly. I can't just, like, leave the couch to go sit and, like, go through it. I just, like, lean over and click out of the message. But I've since found out, I think that just means it couldn't be recommended. Like, when you're scrolling on lives, mine wouldn't pop up anymore. but I was still live. At first I thought it like stopped my live, but it didn't stop the live. It just couldn't show it to new people. I don't care. I don't care about the live. But what I do care about is that getting a message like that on live, I was worried it would mean the same thing as getting a message like that on a video, because when that happens, my views tank. And I don't give a crap about this live stream, but if my views on TikTok tank because of the live, that I have a problem with, because that directly contributes to like my income. And so I'm sitting on that couch now, like kind of fuming, because I'm like, if doing this stupid live stream for this company is about to tank my TikTok views and affect my job, my income, my livelihood, I'm going to sue this company. I'm going to sue them. And that's one of the reasons I left the live stream, because like people were standing up. I was like, this is a good moment for me to go tell everyone what just happened. So I stood up and I went and I told like Keith and I told my agent and I told Alto, like I told them all that my live just got restricted, and that like that was what I was scared of happening. And my agent like didn't understand. She was like, what do you mean it got restricted? And I was like, there's a girl wearing underwear on the couch. Like, my live got restricted. I told you this was going to happen. I told you this was going to happen. But she was just so confused. And then after the live stream, she was like, can you say how much the pay was? I don't know if I can. Not enough to justify this. But do you think your agent just played it dumb? Maybe. Because when I went to her afterwards, she was like, can you show me proof that you got that message? And I was like, let me try to find it. I could not figure out. We spent literally like an hour Googling, trying any way we could to find where it showed me that I got this warning, because it wasn't showing it in my like system notifications. And so we ended up, you have to screenshot it there. I should have known, but like I couldn't just stop in the middle of the live stream to take a screenshot of it. So I ended up not being able to prove that my live got restricted at all. So now I don't think I can do anything to the company, because I posted the video that they had me post yesterday. I have never gotten so few views on a TikTok. I'm definitely shadow banned. And I'm really upset about that, because that's not my fault. Literally, I don't even think. It's at 5,000 views. I posted that 24 hours ago, more than 24 hours ago. That's never happened on my channel once since the day I started it. And you might be asking yourselves, what does that matter? Like, it's just views. What, you're sad you don't have attention? But higher views on my social medias directly contributes to me, like, getting more eyes on Twitch and Patreon and stuff. So it is actually my livelihood. And usually when this happens, it takes like a couple weeks to a month to a couple months to fix itself. And so I am so mad. I'm so mad at this company, and they are going to do jack shit because I can't actually prove that my live got restricted. Alt TikTok account win. So yeah. Funneling traffic from one website to the next. That is how social media works. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I'm so sorry. It is what it is, but like, it's just the fact that I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. I told my agent that was going to happen, and then it happened, and she won't help me anymore. Like, I can't prove that my live got restricted, so she can't do anything. She was more concerned about proving to the company that we actually even went live, because they thought we pre-recorded it. TikTok hates beautiful women for real. Did you go live through TikTok Studio? They def would have a log of the alerts. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I went live through TikTok Studio, but it didn't show the alert. Like, it didn't show a history of anything that happened on the live. But yeah, I think that covers just about everything. Crap show. Oh, if it was pre-recorded, it would have went better than the live stream. That's what we were all saying. We were like, they think we pre-recorded it. If it was pre-recorded, it would have been a lot better than this. Let's review bomb the company. Don't do that. I don't want to get in trouble for like inciting hate to this company. I'm only telling you about my experience. TikTok didn't email you either, I'm guessing. They do not care enough to email you if you get like your content taken down. TikTok has like the worst customer support / reporting features I've ever seen on an app. TikTok just does not care. Are the other girls okay with you talking about this? Molly said she was going to make a video calling them out, so I think the other girls are fine. Also, I don't think me talking about it affects them that much. I'm only talking about Molly's experience because she said that, like, she's also going to talk about this publicly. They don't care about fake accounts. Oh yeah, TikTok's reporting feature is like broken. You cannot report people for impersonating you. I've reported like actual nudity before and they say, nope, it's not nudity. But then I cosplay Mualani from Genshin Impact and it gets taken down for nudity. Hello. So yeah, TikTok is weird and sucks. But yeah, I think that was everything for the live. While I was filming my TikToks, and then I sent them in, and my agent was like, yeah, they're not going to take them anymore because you're not wearing the skimpy outfit. And then I was like, no, actually. And then she had to resubmit them, or like I took another video somewhere else, and because they only wanted one of the videos. So I submitted that video, but then I had to wait until they approved that one video before I could get out of cosplay. So I'm sitting here, and it is now like 2 in the morning. It is 2 a.m. I'm sitting here in full cosplay, just sitting at this crummy Airbnb table, waiting to hear that I can get out of the cosplay. And then me, Keith Alto, and then like their San Francisco friend play blackjack on the table with jelly beans as our bets. We have a bag of jelly beans, and that's what we're betting with. Poor Alto and Keith. We were so over it. This was, 2 a.m. Saturday night. And then I finally get the go-ahead for the video. And so I can finally, like, rip my costume off and go shower. And then I'm like, what if we just go home right now? And you guys can go gamble for a little bit in the morning. And then we just drive straight home. And then Alto and Keith are like, wait, gambling? So instead of staying there, we had the Airbnb through Sunday, but instead of staying there, I just packed up all my stuff and we left. We just started driving back to LA. So I sleep in the back of the car. Gambling is their stiff word. It was like a little reward for them. So yeah, we just drive through the night and we get home in the morning. It threw off my sleep schedule, it did, because I ended up sleeping like all day and waking up at 5 p.m. How much did you win? I didn't win anything the first time, but on the way back, I won $5. And I was the only one of us who was up at all. $5 up. Did you win the jelly bean gamble? I think I just ate my jelly beans. Actual W, Alto and Keith for that. Yeah, that was a really fun road trip. Like, I think I would be, if I had flown to this thing by myself and done all of this by myself and then had to fly home by myself, I would be very moody about this. I would feel crummy about it. I would feel like I wasted my time. I would be a lot more upset about how horribly the live stream went. But I think because I just drove up with friends and it was a really beautiful road trip, and then we had fun. I think we just made the whole thing fun, and it ended up being a really fun trip. And I think that's why I can like sit here and laugh about the live stream. I don't even have any ill will. I'm just like, get a load of this guy. Get a load of this company. Wholesome ending. I know. So yeah. This stream is the only time I've ever seen you annoyed. I feel like I don't get that upset about things like this. I'm usually to the point where it frustrates some of my friends sometimes. I'm very like, I don't care when bad things like this happen to me. Or like maybe like a year ago, if this company was trying to do the things they did to me now and be like, we're not going to pay you, I think I would have just let them walk over me and been like, well, okay, I guess. But I've had character development. I don't take that anymore. She just a chill guy for real. But yeah, moral of the story: Girls Frontline sucks, and I'm never working for them again. And all of my friends who take on professional cosplay jobs, I am going to warn them about Girls Frontline. Tell them not to work for them. This company does not deserve to have cosplayers work for them. Honestly, it was a good story to tell. I cannot wait to go see my friends in New York and then tell this whole story again. You don't have a nervous system, you have a calm system? I think it's more so that I'm just kind of like a doormat. I kind of just let things happen, and that's not good all the time. Girls Frontline made an op that day. They messed with the wrong duck. Because I'm going to go on live in front of almost 600 people and crap talk their company. On a positive note, what's the best company you've done work for? I really like working for Hoyoverse. So Genshin and Zenless, because they have such a high budget that the events usually run pretty smoothly. And they're also the only events I don't have to bring my own security to, because they provide security, which is something a lot of these cosplay companies don't think of, I think. But then, have I told you guys this story? I think this happened before I started Twitch streaming. When I did that Genshin Xbox event and I cosplayed Navia, I can't for the life of me remember when that was, but it was in New York. And it was for like Genshin coming to Xbox or something. And so we did. You cosplayed Navia? Kind of. Thank you for the gift sub, Sleepy Stonian. Unork. Yes, I did a job in Unork. And it was me and Celebi. We were cosplaying Navia and Chlorine? Is her name Chlorine? Chlorined? The purple hair girl with the hat. We did those two. And so we were doing this event. It was an outdoor event. And they had it like roped off, and they had NYPD there as our security. So like we had New York police officers there. They had a cruiser there. They were standing next to the thing. They had everything because we had problems with like stalkers and getting harassed at work, these work jobs before. So I don't know if like our agent took care of that or if the company thought of it on their own, but they gave us NYPD as our security. So we were like, yeah, we're safe. This is great. That's really nice. The sentiment was really nice until one of the police officers there was like a busy moment in the booth where like a lot of people were coming through, and then there was very dead moments where there was nothing to do. There was nobody at this booth, and so we were just like, Celebi and I were just kind of like standing there. One of the officers walks over to us and just starts hardcore flirting with me. Like, this happened so long ago, I cannot tell you word for word what happened, but he like, I kid you not, I had the wig on, right? And he comes up to me and he grabs my hair and he goes, "Is this your real hair?" And I go, "Oh no, it's a wig." And he's like, "Are you sure? It looks so natural on you. You look good as a blonde." And he's like, he's just like, he's so over the top flirting, it's almost like, it's really weird. And he's trying to like invite me and Celebi out to like drinks after the event. And I can't remember when this was. I don't remember if I actually wasn't 21 yet or if I just lied, but I was like, oh, I can't drink, I'm not 21. Because this guy was like almost 40, I think. And so I was trying to be like, I am a child, walk away. Should have started barking at him. Well, okay, this is a uniformed, armed police officer there to protect us from creeps from the event. And then the police officer starts creeping on us. And then he's like, so it's him, and then there's another officer standing next to him, but he's clearly like training or like brand new or something. The other officer looks so uncomfortable the whole time, and the guy like flirting with me is like, he points to a building in the distance, and he's like, you guys see that building up there? And we're like, yeah. And he's like, you can't go to the top of that, but I could get you up there. How about you say we meet here tomorrow and I take y'all on a trip? And the other officer is like, and he like whispers, he's like, I don't think you can do that. And he's like, shh. So this officer keeps trying to be like, I don't think you can do that. Like, what are you telling these girls? And then the officer's like trying to get him to shut up. So yeah, that was horrible. Was this in China or here? I've never been to China. This was in New York. Please tell me one of y'all reported him. We didn't have anyone to say anything to. We were just like, that's crazy that happened. Anyways, moving on now. And then we stole a cardboard cutout from the event. You should have gotten the badge number. His name was on the badge. I don't remember seeing a number. I know people say badge number a lot. Maybe I just didn't see a number. I don't know. You should have said no thanks, Celebi's my wife. The Sino cutout. Oh my god. I was like scrolling through my archived stories the other day, and I found where I had posted on my close friend story, because we actually were not allowed to take this cutout. We had like, there was this big Sino cutout at the event, and after the event ended, we stole it. Well, we stole it for Celebi to take home, because she was just like a bus ride away. I had to fly back home. But it was like an adventure. We had to get this thing through the New York subways, take it back to our hotel room, post it up in our hotel, and then we took Sino to brunch on our way out. You're admitting to crime on record? But it was so funny. I wonder, actually, I could probably just show you guys now. Because the picture of him sitting with us at brunch is so funny. But yeah, it's always really fun working for Genshin or Zenless. Screw Girls Frontline though. Hoyo on top. Oh my god, I'm gonna go to like calendar. I don't remember how long ago this was. Was it in 2024? Because I'm pretty sure this actually happened before I ever even started streaming on Twitch. But yeah, can you guys believe that? Like, imagine you're working an event and you have security at the event because of previous circumstances where you have had like bad situations with people creeping on you at the event, and so they hire the NYPD to come protect you, and then some bozo from the NYPD comes and flirts with you instead of doing his job and tries to like, this was the last day of the event, and he kept trying to invite us out to like go have drinks with him. No, you're just here to be our security. Go away. Okay, this was in September 2024. think I started streaming March of 2025. So yeah. This was what I posted with the Sino cutout. It's mirrored, but that says first date, kind of nervous. Wait. Here's a video of us getting it through the elevator. Grand Theft Cardboard. But yeah, that was such a fun event because of the Sino thing. Wait, that was the event where our agent like accidentally booked us a honeymoon suite, I think. So Celebi and I worked this job together, and so our agency booked us a job, or like booked us a hotel room together. And we pull up, we show up, we walk into this hotel. The hotel is super cool, like the lobby is super cool, and I'm really excited. We go up to the room. The shower is see-through. Like the shower, the bathroom is just a glass wall, completely see-through. And so we saw that and we were like, surely it's like some fancy schmancy thing where like if you flip a button you can't see. And so we were like, let's go test it out. And I think Celebi walked into the shower and then we're just standing on opposite sides of the glass like, yeah, this thing is see-through. So we took turns taking showers and then like facing away. So like when Celebi was taking a shower, I had to like sit on the opposite side of the bed on my phone and then vice versa. The honor system. But yeah, that was one of the more fun jobs I've worked, I think. And there was only one bed. I think I've read this before. It was in a yaoi. There was only one bed. You guys don't have sleepovers with the homies? You guys don't give your homies a little cuddle every now and then? You're missing out. You guys are really missing out. Chat, is this Yuri? God forbid some homies just want to cuddle. God forbid. There's a whole website and TikTok page called Bring Back Doors that keeps running a list of hotels that have see-through bathrooms. It's crazy that hotels are doing that. I thought surely it must be like, I was like, did she book us one of those like freaky hotels? Because the room itself wasn't anything crazy, so I'm like, surely this isn't like a honeymoon suite. But why is the shower see-through? Back in the barracks, we'd all sleep spoon in a conga line every night. Fire. Every hotel is freaky if you're open-minded. Bro thinks he's still in Hongdae. Was there a chair in the corner? No, there was like a desk with a chair. See-through showers in a hotel is so weird. I don't think I've seen it again since then. I think that's the only time I've seen that in a hotel. Am I late? Yeah, I do actually need... it's already 4. I have to film in another cosplay before my dear sunlight goes down. But I want to keep streaming. But I should probably end by like 4:30. I just need like... I need a ring light or some sort of light that just replicates the sun so I can film whenever I want and not be shackled to the hours of the day. Do it while streaming. Cosplay haul stream. I haven't bought any more cosplays. I've just had some on the to-do list for way too long. I don't want to leave. I want to play Subnautica, but I have things to do before New York. Excuse me. Toss the light on throne. Bro, I don't think they make that. Bless you, thank you. We adulting, I know. But yeah, my agent was like, I think you need a little break after the whole thing with the Stellasora costume where like they had me redo the whole thing, and I was not happy about that. That was my fault because I didn't wear one of the accessories. So like I can't even complain about that one that much because it was my fault. But having to take a whole other day out of my schedule to do this cosplay again, this super uncomfortable cosplay, to film all of the exact same videos and take all of the exact same pictures, that sucked. And it threw my schedule off. And then I had, you said it was barely visible either. Yeah, it was like hidden in the box. That's why I didn't see it. It better not be a month break again. No, not a break from like this, a break from the stupid sponsored content. And then everything with the live stream, and then there was a costume she sent to me. I didn't even tell you guys about this one. There was a Nikkei costume, and I was under the impression that I was getting sent a Nikkei costume to do a Twitch live stream playing Nikkei, and I was gonna get a lot of money for it. And then she sent the costume, and then the costume was way different than the character art. It was like much more revealing. Like it was the same costume, but it was made way differently, if that makes sense. Like it covered way less than the character. And the brief she sent was not for a Twitch live stream. It was for TikTok videos. And I was like, I can't wear this on TikTok. And I don't want to wear this period because it's way more revealing than I thought it was going to be. And this is actually just not what I agreed to. Like even if it was the exact costume I thought I was going to get, I would not have agreed to do more TikTok videos because I've done so much sponsored content recently and I don't want to post more sponsored TikTok videos. I agreed to a Twitch live stream, and that was a miscommunication on my agent's part. And I was going to get paid like 25% of what I agreed to for the live stream for the TikTok videos, and I was like, I don't want this job anymore. And so she had me ship the box. Don't they know you're a safe for work creator? These Gooner game companies don't care. They actually don't care. I don't think they understand the concept of a cosplayer not wanting to wear skimpy clothes all the time. Like, but that's why they have to like check with you beforehand and like show you the costume before you agree to the job. But yeah, so that was like a whole fiasco too. As long as they get people to their game, they don't care. I know. So yeah, I've had a very busy month with sponsored content that I don't even want to do. And so my agent was like, well, we'll take a little break. Except we both forgot that I agreed to another thing. So I have another game. This is a new game. It's not one that I've worked with before. They want the same thing. They want like 2 TikToks. And that one I think is due by May 10th. I don't even have the costume yet, but oh well. And then I do have an in-person event on like May 15th. So I have like those 2, and then I genuinely think I am not going to accept a single other cosplay job until AX. I'm tired, guys. Because there has to be a balance. These like super horrible, draining, evil cosplay jobs make me not like cosplay. And then I go do the cosplays that I actually want to do. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember why I love cosplaying. Basically, this entire month of April has just been me doing horrible sponsored cosplays for horrible companies, and I don't want to do that. My granola got soggy. you send the costume back, yes. For these cosplay jobs, they honestly, either the company will send it directly to us or they'll send it to my agency. And the agency will hire a bunch of us to do it. And then basically all of the girls will just ship the costumes between each other. So I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who had this Leva costume before me, but I opened that box and she was stinky. I was like, bro, no one disinfected this costume. And a lot of times I will get these costumes and they will be like broken. All of the pieces will be broken. I've gotten costumes where I had a pair of gloves that was supposed to have fingers and all of the fingers were torn off. I had a costume that had a lot of props. Every single prop was broken. So like lots of things like that happen. And then sometimes, this frustrates me to no end, but sometimes the agency, like, they won't get a costume in everyone's size. They'll get, like, one costume in the middle of everyone's size and just say fit into this. Everyone fit into this. But you're also not allowed to alter the costume. They did that for Burnus. They should be custom made for you. These companies do everything as cheaply as they possibly can. Because I remember for Burnus, I have my own Burnus cosplay now, but for the first time we did this. Off topic, but this lighting looks sick. Looks mad cozy. Thank you. I love how like cozy and light my apartment looks in the day. I still need to figure something out for nighttime because there's like no lights in my apartment. But Burnus. I genuinely think I have like PTSD from that song. But for that, the agency provided the costume, and I had to wear the costume, film. Celebi had to wear the costume, film. We had to give it to another girl. The costume was huge on me and Celebi, and then on other girls, they like couldn't fit into the costume like at all. Like they almost broke it. So like it wasn't fair for anybody. Like they need to just buy multiple costumes in every size, I think, instead of just buying like a medium and then making all of your petite girls somehow fit into a medium and then making all of your well-endowed girls also somehow fit into a medium. Like no one fits into the costume. Buy more costumes, please, agency. Off topic, but adorable top that makeup slaves. Thank you. Thank you. Cosplays can't be that expensive to not afford multiple versions of it. I know. And then also it's like a cleanliness thing. Like, I don't want to wear someone's dirty, unwashed costume. Off topic, but I ate lunch and it was good. Congrats. I'm glad. Your eyeliner and eyeshadow game has been up a million. Thank you. I feel like I've just been using darker eyeshadow recently because I got a new palette. But I don't know. Something has been like kind of feeling off with my eye makeup recently. I kind of want to change it, but it's hard to experiment with makeup when I have to like cosplay or stream every day, because it's like if I'm getting ready for cosplay or stream, I can't be playing around on my face and then mess something up and have to like redo it. So hygiene should be priority number one. I know, but to them, money is number one. Money. Please cosplay the new Miyabi skin. I have not seen the new Miyabi skin. I don't have my Miyabi wig anymore, or the ears. That I cosplayed her, but it belonged to my agency, so I had to send it back. Oh, is this the new skin? That's pretty. When is another Genshin cause? I actually had like 2 full weeks of Genshin cosplays planned for last week and this week. And then they just didn't happen because my sponsored content like destroyed my schedule. But yeah, I've been wanting to do like, I have a couple new Genshin cosplays, so I wanted to just do like all of my Genshin cosplays that I currently have. And yeah, I decided that in like March and planned out everything for April, and then I just got a bunch of cosplay work jobs dropped on me. And so now that's why I need to go cosplay right now, because I'm about to go have like a vacation weekend with my friends, and I cannot take a vacation right now. I have not worked all month. Sorry guys, I should have censored the J-O-B word. Thank you for the mascara recommendation during the Duckathon. You're welcome. You're welcome. I looked, it is the Maybelline one. I was right. Chill on the J word. Sorry guys, it's happening. Here, I won't say it out loud. I'll just... Taxes? Okay, that one's scary. 40-hour work weeks. 401k. Roth IRA. I want to redeem where Ducky says the word job now. You don't have to redeem it. I'll just say it. I'll give it for nothing. Job. Job. Work. Employment. Reported. Reported? How about instead of filling out a report, you fill out a job application? What time is it for you guys? It is 4:20 for me. There has never been an employee Ducky cause. The what number? 420 is not... Gang, I think you have your numbers confused. Thank you so much for the gift sub, Sleepy Stonian. What is a job application anyways? A job application is something that you spend a lot of your time filling out and then sending into a workplace for them to pick up and throw into the garbage. That's what a job application is. Is that like a mod application? Worse. Just walk in that bit and apply face to face always works for me. That actually is how I've gotten all my jobs. Well, I started out as like a babysitter and a nanny when I was little, and that was just like kids around my neighborhood. My first real job was when some people at my mom's nail salon opened a boba shop next to the nail salon, told my mom about it, and my mom was like, you should go apply. And so I walked in with a job application to apply. But he like set up an interview with us. So I walked in for that. And then I worked at a bookstore and they had a hiring event. So I also just like walked in with my job application for the hiring event. And then when I was a waitress, I just walked there, or not walked there, I was eating there. And then they had like a now hiring sign. And so I just asked a waiter about it and she brought me a job application. And then I had to like I had to call them and then walk in for an interview. So I guess technically I've just walked in for all my job interviews. Bro worked everywhere. I feel like that's a normal amount of jobs to have. No joke, I landed a senior corporate position once just by asking really nicely. I landed my dream bookstore job. I don't like this. I'm not happy about this, but I got that job genuinely just for being 18 years old and like a girl. Story time. I've already told this before, I think. So, when I was in university, this was before I transferred to my art school. I just went to the university that I like dual enrolled at. So while I was there, I wanted a job at a bookstore because I love reading, I love books, and I really wanted to work here because I needed a job. My parents were both like, you cannot get a job, you need to focus on school. And then I was like, okay, so could I have like money for groceries? And they were like, my mom was like, don't work, you need to focus on school. And I was like, okay, Mom, can I have like money for groceries? Then I don't know how I'm supposed to get money. And she was like, ask your dad. And so I was like, hey Dad, can I have money for groceries? And he was like, no, ask your mom. And I was like, okay, well then can I get a job so I can pay for this myself? And both of them were like, no, you can't get a job, but also we're not giving you money. So I had to get a job in secret. But I also was living on my own at this time. I just didn't have a car, so I had to take the city bus to work. But yeah. Streamers can't get real jobs, that's why they stream. Okay, bro. What job do you have? So yeah, I wanted a job. I needed a job. City bus in Atlanta. Yeah, it was not great. The city bus was horrible. Is this where the needle guy comes in? Yes, the needle guy happened on this bus. I'm banned, aren't I? Don't say fighting words and you won't get fought with. But anyways, yeah, so I was looking for places to work, and this bookstore was doing like a hiring event, and I was like, all right, this bookstore's gonna be a good place to work. So I pull up to the hiring event, and I'm nervous about this interview because babysitting I didn't really have to like interview for, and then the boba shop, like I did kind of an interview, but I basically already had the job because the owner was friends with my mom, and it was like a little boba shop job, so the interview was basically just pretend. So I was like practicing online. I was looking up how to be good at an interview. I was looking up common questions, and I was writing down my answers, and I was like practicing in the mirror. I was like so scared about this job interview. And then we walk in, and because it's a hiring event, there's a lot of people here. So nepotism cause. Okay, guys. So we're sitting in the break room, and it's just a room full of people, and I am so nervous. This feels like an audition, and the manager, the hiring manager, is taking us like one at a time into the office to interview us. And I got there pretty early, so I think I'm like third in line. He takes the first guy in, and they are there for like 20, almost 30 minutes, and it's on the other side of the wall. So I don't think he realizes, but everyone in the room can hear the interview. Like, we can hear everything that's being said. This guy is getting grilled. He's asking the questions I see online. The like, why do you want to work here? Tell me about a situation you were in, a lot of stress, and how you solved that. Like, all of these questions, and I'm like, and so that guy leaves. He comes and gets the lady, like an older lady next to me. They have like a 20-30 minute interview. So now I've been here for an hour. There's still a room full of people, and I'm up next, and he's grilling this lady, just grilling her about things, and I'm getting really nervous. And then finally she leaves, and then I get taken back, and he sits me down. He looks over my application, and he goes, "What's your name?" I introduce myself. "How old are you?" I tell him I'm 18. I was 18. And he goes, "How soon can you start?" I did not get asked a single interview question. I was in that room for less than 2 minutes. I got hired immediately. And I was like, that's really weird. I'm kind of confused. And in the moment, I was like, was he just so sure that I was going to be a horrible employee that he just wanted me to leave? And so he just tried to get me out of there as fast as I could. No, turns out he hired every teenage girl who was at the hiring event. That's all who he hired, all the teenage girls. And also the reason they were doing a hiring event is because almost their entire staff left because he allegedly assaulted an 18-year-old girl in the office, and the management, like the owners of the bookstore, didn't do anything. They didn't care. They did not fire him. So like the whole staff quit, and that's why they had the hiring event, and he hired a whole new staff of teenage girls. So yeah, I basically got that job for being a teenage girl. So I don't feel great about that, but I did actually really like the job. And then, end of story, he's in jail now. He got fired later. I don't know for what. I think he like made another employee uncomfortable. And then like, it was like strike 2, so they finally fired him or something. I don't know. I'm glad he's gone, but that's insane. That's insane. Like, the fact that they didn't do anything about it the first time is insane. Let me guess, he was married with kids. He was married with kids, yeah. Yeah. And then I ran into him at an anime convention like a year after that. It was at MomoCon, and I was in my Nekopara costume that I had made, and I saw him at MomoCon, and I was like, ain't no way. I bet he's here to meet teenage girls. Yo, this guy's here to meet a teenage girl. Speaking from experience, bro, be a weirdo in your home, but treat people like people. Maybe just don't be a weirdo, period. I know why you're here. I know what you are. But yeah. I felt kind of icky about that afterwards, because I was like, yay, I got the job, but I'm not happy that now I feel like I don't deserve the job. Like, I feel like there was definitely probably people who were more qualified, and I just got the job because my manager is a creep. Like, I don't like that. And then I was telling this story to a guy friend, and he was like, this is an example of how girls have it easy. Like, everything is just easier for girls. And I was like, that's not the moral of the story. I don't feel great about it. I feel like I was so prepared for that interview. I was prepared to be like, because I love books. I was prepared to be like, here's my expertise. This is what I know about books. I can provide recommendations for customers. I spent so long preparing for this interview just to get boiled down to, you're a pretty teenage girl, when can you start? Like, I don't care if that's a net positive for me. It still feels like it discredits me. Employment is hard for everyone. You gotta take any wins you can, I guess. They have it easy because they get sexually harassed. Exactly. Thank you, femboy feet lover. Thank you so much, femboy feet lover, for the facts. Thank you, femboy feet lover. There's a lot of stories from that job, actually. Lexi, sorry, but the clock strikes 4:30. No. Why is bro laughing like she's not also a femboy foot enjoyer? False allegations. Where are these coming from? Midnight arrives. Clock strikes 12. Midnight arrives. Time to turn into a pumpkin? No, it's time to turn into Marin Kitagawa so I can go cosplay. I don't want to go cosplay. I want to sit here and stream. Just a reminder, the lettuce clip exists. Thank you, Ron Got Modded. I hope you know that username's about to be Ron Got Banned again. They have some pretty cool banana fish figures on Throne. Do they? I love banana fish. Just cosplay on stream? No, I have to film stuff. I have to take pictures. Guys, you should feel so bad for me. I have to go do my job and play dress up and take pictures of myself. Nobody has ever had it as hard as me. You can film and take pictures on stream. No, that's aura loss. And I have to go do it over there. Bambi's tail. She thinks she's some kind of dress up darling. That's crazy, because that's who I'm about to go cosplay. No, but literally it's so crazy how much these cosplay jobs have thrown off my whole month, because the cosplays I'm doing right now, I'm pretty sure I had planned for like April 5th or 6th. Like, or I think right after the subathon. Which version of Marion? I'm doing a couple different ones. 100 channel points to say, Ducky, you need aura to have aura loss. Alright guys, thank you for coming to stream. I'm logging off right now. Let's see who I can go send you guys to. That's crazy. Do I just come here to suffer? Thank you for stream. I don't actually want to end stream. Especially because I'm not going to see you guys for a week. A week? Yeah, I'm going to visit. We're having what has been lovingly dubbed Women Weekend. We're having like a girls weekend thing. It's gonna be me, Celebi, Jazz, Winter, and a bunch of other girls. It's gonna be like a big sleepover, and I'm excited, but that means that I have to get ready and go fly to New York and leave you guys for a week. Maybe we all go live or something together. That would be fun. But I don't know if we just want to like have a relaxing weekend where we just like stay on the couch and be chuds. But yeah, so that's why next stream will be next Tuesday. Thank you for the bits. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lil Tricks. Seriously, thank you for streams. Finishing university and wouldn't have gotten through without background streamers. I'm glad. I'm glad to be your background noise. That TikTok stream eliminated any aura you had. It's okay to stream your cosplay stuff. Alright. Alright. Have a good break, Ducky. You earned it. Thank you guys. I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun to go to New York. I feel... Thank you for the bits, Talisman Solutions. Thank you everyone for the bits. Holy crap. Because I've been so like busy with the cosplay jobs and not taking cosplay content of my own, because when I do these cosplay jobs, I'm not allowed to post any of that stuff on my own. Like, I can only post the approved content. Can't post anything else on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or anything. Can't post anything at all on like Patreon. So that means when I do too many of these jobs and I don't have time to do my own cosplays, I kind of neglect my Patreon. So that's why I need to like lock in right now. I have like 5 posts just waiting to go live that I have just been too flustered to post. So I think I'm gonna do like a massive post of like 10 posts or something today or tomorrow. But yeah, I feel like I can't be excited for my New York trip until I finish what I consider work. So yeah, after I finish that, then I'll be like, yay, girls trip, vacation, even though my life feels like a vacation. But anyways, thank you guys for coming to my 2-hour yap stream. I literally just wanted to go live today to crap talk Girls Frontline and crap talk this live stream, and then like let you guys know that I'm gonna be gone for a week. And I think while I'm gone, at least before I come back, I'm going to have some planned streams to get through all of our subathon stuff, because we're gonna have an art stream where I'm gonna do some painting and some drawing. We're gonna do that league stream. We're gonna do a cooking stream. I gotta ask everyone about the Minecraft server. So like lots of things are planned for May, and hopefully I will have all of it. The Omegaverse class, yep. Hopefully I'll have like dates and stuff set for all of it. That's what I'm gonna work on, probably on the plane to New York. Silent Hill will take at least 3 streams, probably. Thank you for the bits. Ask Pios. Thank you. Thank you. But all right. Also the butterflies. Yes. Okay. I'm waiting to order the butterflies because I need to be here when they get delivered. So the pop-up butterfly gardens, I've done it before when I was little. They ship you live, like, live. They're not already caterpillars. They're like the little things that turn into caterpillars, but they're they are live animals. They're insects. So you have to be here to get the shipment. So I've been waiting to order it because I need to make sure I'm home when they get delivered. So I'm gonna order those once I get home from New York. But that'll be excited. I have to keep them from the cats, so I don't know if I can keep them like on stream, but I can like show you guys their progress. Where's Gustavo? Dead and buried. Did you fix the kitchen island? The kitchen island is built, but it's not stable. All of the wood is broken, the screws are broken. It's as stable as it's going to be. I might try to like drill some more screws in, but it'll serve its purpose, but I can't move it, which is I'm frustrated about that, because what I was thinking for the cooking streams is moving it sideways so I could have the camera show the island and then my kitchen in the back, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, so I've got streams to plan. Hopefully that'll all be set by the time I come back on Tuesday. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to me complain for 2 hours. I never feel good about complaining. I feel like complaining is bad, but this was more just like, I needed you guys to laugh about this with me. Thank you for the TED Talk. Oh, I haven't tried wood glue. I'll try wood glue. Bye for the week. We will be sad, but live. Alright, I'll see you guys in a week. Let's see who I can send you guys to. Do you guys want to go to Kat Kimi? I love her new user. Strife Cause changed her user to Kat Kimi, and it's so cute. But okay, I'm gonna send you guys to Kat. Everyone go be nice. Alright, you guys are going to Kat in 5 seconds. I'll take lots of pictures in New York to show you guys, but yeah, I'll see you on Tuesday.